Maintaining your hair in the summer months can feel like a full-time job. It's hot, the humidity increases, and you don't always have the same time available to get into the salon to refresh your hair. As a hairstylist of 19 years, I'm going to share with you 5 tips you can apply to your hair this summer to enhance your face shape, find your perfect style, and keep your hair looking fresh, voluminous, and healthy all week long. Are you ready? Let's go! As a stylist, it's common for me to see clients for a haircut at the beginning or very end of the summer. Vacations are planned, you are always on the go, and sometimes you just don't have time for a haircut. In order to keep your hair in line with your face shape, opting to style it correctly and switching up your products help you keep a haircut looking fresh, whether it's brand new or months old. When your hair is worn straight, it can often drag the eye down, and if you're due for a haircut, this is sometimes even more obvious. So in order to keep visual movement in your hair and face shape, you want to be sure that you are wearing the right part and tucking the hair to create more angles within your face. Middle parts draw focus to the center of your face and sometimes can close off your shape. So opting to tuck the hair back on one side of your face, it instantly lifts and angles. Tucking with a middle part allows for angles to be seen in your top third while opening up the rest of your face. So this allows for the eye to visually focus on the cheekbones and the jawline as well. So rather than just being stuck on the center or just going straight down your face, it keeps the eye moving, seeing all of the beauty of your facial structure. Middle parts work well if you want to add the illusion of more length through your face or minimize the illusion of width through your top third. Side parts add more volume through the top of your head and even more angles in your top third because the angle starts further over on one side. Whether you choose to tuck or leave all of your hair down, you will get more volume and the illusion of more angles through your face altogether. Side parts work well if you want to add the illusion of more width through your shape or add the appearance of effortless volume. And if you are not sure of your face shape or which part is right for you, don't forget I now offer a digital face shape analysis where I can measure your exact facial structure by analyzing your submitted photos to give you specific haircut recommendations that will make you look and feel your best. Using the right styling tools or products can also help to add more visual interest in your style regardless of your part. You can opt to use a heated round brush or texture spray to add more texture and movement in your hair. So a heated round brush will add that effortless swoop to the hair right by your face, and depending on the length of your hair, this can help to add slight width to enhance your eyes, your cheekbones, and jawline. It is a great tool to keep your layers looking fresh even if they are a bit grown out. A texture spray helps create more visual movement in the hair. By lifting the hair in sections and lightly coating, a texture spray is going to add soft volume and grit to your hair, creating an effortlessly lived-in look. This creates a visual movement in your hair, helping to enhance your overall appearance. The texture spray will allow you to still have a straight look without the eye being dragged down, as it allows for you to show off a little bit more of your layers. My preferred texture spray that I like is Sexy Hair's High Tide. This gives just enough grit and texture without making the hair feel too stiff, and it is a great intro into texture sprays if you're not familiar with them, and I will leave it linked below. Wearing your hair curled in the summer is just a great option. Curled hair, it often holds a style longer and it creates those vacation beach vibes regardless of where you live. But did you know that depending on your hair type, you might be using the wrong tool to create your curls? So there are a total of 3 tools you can use to create curls. We have a flat iron, a curling iron, and a waver. So flat irons create a little bit more textured curls and they glide through the hair. Curling irons create more classic romantic curls, and they create volume in the hair by wrapping the hair around the iron. And wavers create a unique beach wave and provide tons of volume to the hair by clamping over each section horizontally. If you have coarse hair and a lot of frizz that is hard to maintain, a flat iron is going to be ideal for you. Because flat iron curls are created by gliding through the hair rather than wrapping or clamping, you're creating slight tension to smooth the hair while still creating your curl. So this is going to provide more control to coarse or frizzy hair types on its own, where with a classic curling iron or a waver, you may need to use a flat iron to smooth out some of your frizz or natural wave prior to using those two tools. Flat irons can be used on any hair type and create a beautiful look, but for coarse hair types, they will provide the most smoothness in your hair compared to other tools, and flat irons, I think, give the most shine as well to the hair. If you have medium or fine hair with a mild frizz and want some fullness to your hair, a classic curling iron is going to be great for you because these fully wrap the hair in a circular motion. It provides more fullness than a flat iron. Curling irons will smooth out the hair still, but don't provide as much control over that frizz as a flat iron if you deal with a lot of frizz or unruly hair. They do provide still a classic curl that provides beautiful bounce and beautiful shape to the hair and can be easier to use. Wavers are great for any hair type that you want a different and unique look to your hair. Wavers have 3 barrels that sandwich on top of the hair to provide that effortlessly beachy look. Wavers provide a lot of volume and fullness, which is great for fine hair types whose hair maybe doesn't hold a traditional curl from a flat or curling iron that well. If you have medium or coarse hair with a lot of frizz, you will still need to use a flat iron prior to a waver to just smooth out that frizz, but a waver can still be a great tool for you. And once you are done waving your hair, you can smooth it out with your hands to set it in place, and you would do that step regardless of the hot tool you use. I find when I use a waver, I have to touch up my hair the least throughout the rest of the week, and it is my favorite option to use on myself of the 3, especially in the summer season. What's great about each of these options though is that they make the hair look great for the summer, and each look works pretty much for any clothing choice. As you can see here, I'm wearing the same outfit, but each curl provides its own feel to the outfit while still looking effortless. Opting for curled styles in the summer is much easier on the hair as you don't have to fight so much with trying to keep it stick straight. The extra heat and humidity in the summer is sometimes next level, and choosing easy hairstyles as well as lightweight breathable fabrics make the summer much more easy to enjoy, which is why I have to thank Quince for sponsoring today's video. I've been able to find the perfect items to pair with my favorite waved look all summer long. Quince is a top choice for finding items this summer that are not only lightweight and breathable, but also made from high quality and ethically sourced fabrics without the high markups. The items I ordered range from tencel to linen, cotton, and cashmere fabrics, so I get to look both cute and remain cool this summer as these are breathable fabrics. The Florida heat and humidity is brutal, so I love when I find pieces that not only look good, but they feel good while wearing. I absolutely love a good dress for the summer season. This fit and flare dress I picked out is an amazing option for every body type. I love that it creates a defined waist while still being comfortable and free-flowing over my tummy, and the wider straps help balance my shoulder line. I'm able to wear this for both a daytime or nighttime option, so it's very versatile. Whether you like dresses, jeans, or linen shorts, Quince has great choices for you to choose to look fashionable without sacrificing comfort in the summer season. You can find all of my items linked below in the description or scan the QR code to shop. Quince offers free shipping and 365-day returns. Thank you to Quince for sponsoring this portion of the video. I think you guys will love their items just as much as I do. Now that you have learned how to add more angles in your face shape with parting your hair, the right curling tool for your hair type, and lightweight clothing options, let's now talk about how you can prevent your hair from looking oily or dirty too quickly after washing. Dry shampoo is often used on your hair later in your week to help absorb those oils your scalp naturally produces. But during the summer months, you actually need to be using dry shampoo on day one of your hair immediately after you've dried and styled it. Think about it. The moment you step outside in the summer, your scalp begins to sweat and produce sebum. Heat stimulates sebaceous glands to overproduce sebum, while humidity prevents sweat from evaporating, causing sweat and oil to mix, spread, and trap dirt on the scalp. If you wait until that oil has traveled down the hair shaft and weighed down your roots, the dry shampoo has to work twice as hard to absorb it, and your hair is not going to last as long as you'd like. Instead, you need to use dry shampoo as a preventative measure. So after you have freshly washed, dried, and styled your hair on day one, you're gonna take a lightweight dry shampoo and apply it directly to your clean roots. So you wanna take horizontal sections. You're gonna hold the can about 6 to 8 inches away and give it a light sweep. You don't wanna spray so much that you start to see a heavy white cast on your hair. Just a nice lightweight, airy mist. Then you are going to use your fingers to massage the product into your scalp, just like you do when washing your hair in the shower. So by putting this barrier in place before you start sweating, the dry shampoo, it acts like a sponge. So as your scalp naturally produces moisture throughout the day, the dry shampoo immediately absorbs it. So your hair, it never has a chance to get weighed down. It maintains its volume, its bounce, and its fresh scent. And this one simple shift in your routine will easily buy you an extra day or two of great hair, meaning less time restyling, less heat damage over the course of the summer. I will link the one I'm using today below in the description and pinned comment. It's from Amika, and I find it does a great job absorbing without having that stiff, overly product feel that other dry shampoos can sometimes give. So while all of these tips allow you to look your best and get the most out of your hair, you still may want to create a little bit of a different look to your hair midweek, but you don't necessarily want to wash it or put heat on your hair. This is where the easiest hairstyle you can do comes into play. Opting to wear your hair in a half up, half down hairstyle is the perfect midweek pick-me-up for any time of the year, but it's extra great in the summer season. It gives a whole new look to your hair and face while requiring the most minimal effort, which is such a win. When you pull the top section of your hair back, you are doing a few brilliant things for your face shape. First, you are physically lifting the hair away from your face, which creates an instant natural facelift effect. It draws the eye upward, highlighting the eyes and the cheekbones, which makes you look incredibly awake, youthful, and vibrant. Second, you are getting that heavy heat trapping layer of hair on the top off of your face, away from your neck, so it keeps you much cooler in the summer. The trick to making this look elevated rather than looking like you're heading into the gym is in the sectioning. So you don't want to just drag your thumbs straight back from your ears. Instead, you want to start slightly above your temples and angle your fingers upward towards the crown, the top of your head, in a V shape. So this leaves the hair around your ears down a little bit to soften the jawline while creating maximum volume at the top of your head. This is a great look for those of you, especially with a low cranial top. You can use a beautiful hair clip or an elastic to secure it into place. You can also opt to leave any face framing pieces you have down to frame your face. It's a very easy and versatile look to create for yourself midweek. I like refluffing my hair some with a texture spray to add more volume, and if you feel the need, you can use a workable hairspray to tame down any flyaways that may pop up. You get to show off your hair's natural length, allow your face shape to shine, all while creating an easy new look to break up your week without having to rewash and restyle your hair. If you are doing all of the things we just talked about, using texture sprays, applying day one dry shampoo, and enjoying your summer with pool days, beach trips, and lake weekends, you have to implement this final step. You must end your week with a clarifying shampoo and a deep conditioning treatment. I call this the weekly reset. So all of the instant styling tips I've given you today rely on one crucial factor. Your hair has to be a clean, healthy, manageable canvas. Regular everyday shampoos are designed to gently cleanse and add moisture back into the hair. They are not strong enough to break down the heavy buildup of dry starches, texture sprays, hard water, chlorine, and salt that accumulate during the summer. If you try to curl or style hair that has layers of mineral and product buildup on it, it will look dull, it will feel stiff or dirty, and it will absolutely not hold a shape. If you have ever felt out of nowhere that your hair is just not acting right, it probably just needs a clarifying shampoo. Once a week, or at the very least once every other week, you need to get into the shower and use a dedicated clarifying shampoo. The best way to get a good clean is by letting the water first work its way through your hair onto your scalp for about 30 seconds prior to shampooing. Warm and hot water help break up the oil and product buildup on your hair and scalp a bit, and I use my fingers to sort of move my hair around to just make sure everything is getting fully drenched. I like to think of this as a pre-cleanse. So once you have done that, you will then get your shampoo, and you're gonna wanna spread the shampoo through both of your hands and then place the product onto your scalp and start scrubbing. Be sure to use your finger pads over your fingernails to clean the scalp, and you're gonna work the shampoo through your sides, your top, crown, and back section. So every inch of your scalp, your fingers should be touching at different times through your shampoo. You'll rinse your hair some and repeat once more for a total of 2 shampoos. Now that your scalp is squeaky clean and free of oil and product, you'll want to use a deep conditioning mask. Where your scalp needs rid of anything and everything, your actual hair, especially the mids and ends, need extra hydration and repair. My go-to in-shower mask for a while now has been Redken's Intensive Repair Treatment from their ABC line. They have sadly discontinued it, so a great substitute is their 5-minute liquid mask. Using this more recently, I do like it, but I think it's best suited for medium to coarse hair types. While my hair still feels amazing after using it, it's definitely a bit too weighed down from the product, and my hair, it's very fine, so that's why it gets weighed down easily. So on my own hair, I have gone back to using K18. It's much more lightweight for my fine hair while still providing a ton of benefits. Both options provide repair and hydration for the hair. Both are easy to use. Redken needs to sit for 5 minutes and K18 for 4, and you will see and feel results from both. It all just comes down to personal preference. Redken gives you a lot of bang for your buck, where K18 is noticeably more expensive. For me, it is more important that my hair isn't completely lifeless after using a treatment, so that's why I've gone back to K18. But if you want to save some money and still want results, Redken is gonna be great for you. And I'm gonna leave both linked below for you to check out. And in the meantime, I'm secretly hoping that Redken, please bring back your intensive treatment. I really hope that's not gone forever. After your treatment, you'll go on to style your hair as you normally would, but the difference is that you are taking control of your look, enhancing your natural features, making sure your hair works for you, not against you. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Drop a heart emoji in the comments if you did. Thank you again to Quince for sponsoring a part of this video. You can find their items that I wore linked below. And if you want to find out even more about which haircuts and hair lengths are right for you, you can check out this video next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.